Whatsoever things are true. A promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and the equality and dignity of all persons, to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta. My name is Doug Stollery, and I have the privilege of serving as Chancellor of the University and confirming all of your degrees today. The University of Alberta acknowledges that we are located on Treaty 6 territory and respects the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. On behalf of the entire university community, I'm delighted to welcome you to this convocation. We are very pleased that so many friends and family members could join us as we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. Today is a ceremony full of traditions. What do they mean? Convocation is a Latin term meaning a gathering together of all qualified degree holders in a university community. This tradition dates back almost 700 years. Graduates, as you participate in today's ceremony, you are walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, with individuals moving from apprentice to master to teacher, assuming increasing responsibilities for learning and leadership in society. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. They declare in their various designs and colors the alma mater and qualifications of the academic and community leaders who are on stage to celebrate with you. As Chancellor, I wear our University of Alberta colors of green and gold. Your own academic gowns and hoods date back to the Middle Ages. The different colors of your hoods signify to everyone here and to our society the degree that you have earned. Your caps, or Oxford-style mortarboards, are considered by some historians to be a symbol of the scholar's independence and freedom. Today, we celebrate your freedom along with your new leadership role in our community, and we have invited a number of community leaders to share in the celebration. We will hear from a member of our Board of Governors, from Ms. Annie McKittrick, a member of our Legislative Assembly, and our University President. You will also hear from Ms. Tricia Smith, who has accepted our invitation to receive an honorary Doctorate of Laws, our university's highest honor. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable service to our society. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin with the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present you on behalf of the faculties, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and public good. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. Then it will be your turn up here with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. For everyone here, that will be the most important part of our ceremony. Your degree will be conferred as I congratulate you and we greet each other on stage. I'll pause there just for a second to say that, in the President's words, It's important that you stop to shake hands or greet the chancellor because that's the conferral of your degree. So remember that. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. Your families and friends are witness to that commitment. Everyone is here to recognize the importance of your achievements, including all those here on the platform. Joining the celebration at the center of the stage with me today is our president, Dr. David Turpin, and the chair of our Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Fair. And I'm very pleased that deans and professors from our faculties of Graduate Studies and Research, Law, Education, Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, Nursing, and Physical Education and Recreation are here to congratulate each graduate as you cross the stage. I would also like to recognize Elder Marilyn Buffalo, who is here today to extend a special note of congratulations to our Indigenous graduates as they receive their degrees. Our distinguished guests on the convocation stage also include a number of members from our academy and leaders from our community. We're all here to celebrate and welcome you to our University of Alberta alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day. I'd like to start by inviting greetings from our chair of the University Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Fair.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. Douglas Dalry, President Dr. David Turpin, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends. I'm pleased to be here today to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Governors. Convocation is a special time when the entire university community gathers to celebrate your tremendous achievements. Indeed, the university has much to celebrate, but today we especially gather to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2017. You have achieved a level of excellence which will be forever recognized in your university degree, a University of Alberta degree. Representing the Board of Governors, I and the full board are committed in excellence today and tomorrow, providing excellence in teaching and research that has supported you and will support those that follow in your footsteps. Alberta and Canada are a great place for all of us, and great because of this graduating class 2017. Your degree is a sign of your achievement at the University of Alberta. It is also a signal to others that you are the kind of citizens that bring knowledge, understanding, and skill to the society that we live in. Competent, giving, ethical, and engaged in the challenges and opportunities today and tomorrow. Congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Continue to learn, continue to achieve. Enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Annie McKittrick, the MLA for Sherwood Park. Annie?
Thank you, Michael Fair, the Chair of the Board of Governors. Chancellor Mr. Douglas Dalry, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. David Turpin, members of the Board of Governors, Ms. Tricia Smith, honorary degree recipient, graduates, family and friends, faculty and staff, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, bon après-midi. I am pleased to be here in the traditional territory of Treaty 6 and bring greetings from the Ministry of Advanced Education, the Honorable Marlon Schmidt. I want to begin by congratulating Ms. Tricia Smith for being recognized with an honorary Doctor of Laws degree. On behalf of all Albertans, I want to thank you for your tremendous achievements and contribution to the sport of rowing and the anti-doping policies as a member of the International Olympic Committee, and also for being a steadfast advocate for women in sport. Your dedication and drive inspires us all. I see this dedication and drive in the graduates here with us today. So to the class of 2017, congratulations. Today you join an esteemed community of alumni whose contributions enrich our province. For over 100 years, students at the University of Alberta have attended an institution focused on building a sense of purpose. It is a remarkable reputation for helping students unleash their potential and for producing leaders. Leaders who are catalysts of positive change in our communities and contributors to our society and economy. As up-and-coming leaders with a world-class education in hand, you are more than equipped to brave the unknown and conquer challenges. As Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Education, I am glad to see so many of you intending to pursue a career in education. I hope as you start or continue your career within our Alberta schools that you will find it a rewarding career, knowing that you have influenced and educated our province's future leader. Alberta's economy is looking up, and this means that there are more opportunities for you to pursue the career that you want. Our government wants to ensure every Albertan has the opportunity to pursue an education. It is why we have taken action to make post-secondary education more accessible and affordable for Albertans. We're ensuring post-secondary institutions like the University of Alberta continue to meet student needs by providing stable and predictable funding. We are keeping costs down for students with a tuition freeze, and we are providing new funding to enhance their access to mental health support on campus. Our investments in post-secondary institutions and students is part of the government's commitment to making life better for Albertans. We are focused on your priorities, creating new jobs, making life more affordable, and because many of you are in education, we've reduced the school fees, and we've just introduced a new Education Act, and we are strengthening the public services you and your families count on. This means creating good jobs in Edmonton by building modern new schools for our kids, the Valley Line LRT, and a new hospital in the South End. It means improving schools and hospitals and protecting the public services all Albertans rely on. The University of Alberta graduates and alumni have a legacy of achieving success. With your talents and skills, there are no limits to what the class of 2017 can achieve. I'd like to encourage you to embrace your sense of purpose and contribute to your community. Congratulations and best wishes in your future endeavors. Félicitations et mes meilleurs vœux pour votre futur. Merci.
It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. David Turpin, the President of the University of Alberta, to address Convocation.
Eminent Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the Academy, staff, family, friends, and especially you, our graduates. Congratulations and well done. If we have done our job well, you are feeling a tremendous amount of accomplishment today because we've pushed you. We've asked you to work hard, to think in new ways, and to test your limits. I hope that you also feel prepared to pursue new challenges and ask even more of yourselves in the days and years ahead. Because we need you. We need your new ideas, your skills, and your energy. We need your enormous potential to help us build a better, more just, and compassionate Canada. Your potential and capacity to help has particular meaning this year as we celebrate the 150th anniversary of Canada's Confederation. I was only 10 years old when Canada celebrated its centennial in 1967. My memories of that year are filled with the fun and the wonder of it. The Centennial train was making its way across Canada. The Centennial Fitness Challenge tested every school child. And then there were the space-age buildings of Montreal's Expo 67. Hard to believe it now, but in 1967, Canada's flag was only a couple of years old. It was designed, by the way, by George Stanley, a U of A alum. O Canada was still not accepted by many Canadians as our national anthem. God Save the Queen sometimes rang out in direct competition to O Canada at public events. We were still 15 years away from repatriating Canada's Constitution and bringing into reality the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Now, in 2017, I can see that the Canada being celebrated in 1967 was only just beginning to emerge. In 1967, residential schools were still in operation across Canada. Homosexuality was a criminal offense, as was the sale of oral contraceptives. The Royal Commission on the Status of Women had only just convened to begin evaluating gender inequalities across the country. While I was focused on trains and push-ups and geodesic domes, in 1967, the Government of Canada was taking its first steps towards official bilingualism, multiculturalism, and more open immigration policies. The University of Alberta, too, was right in the thick of centennial celebrations. Our university was the host of what was expected to be the largest gathering of Canadian undergraduate students in history. Called Second Century Week, the event was ranked as the third largest centennial event after Expo and the Pan Am Games. The goal? I quote, "To rally all sections of post-secondary students, for Canadian youth must view the centennial as a bridge to the future and squarely face the problems which have not yet been solved." At Canada's centennial, the U of A students organizing this conference heard that call to action, and they responded. Even as a young 10-year-old, I remember being asked, being challenged to play a part in building a new Canada. Like the U of A students who led the Second Century Week in 1967, you, 2017 graduates of the U of A, have distinct advantages in this 150th year of our country's history. You have knowledge and skills that come with a university degree. You have a much greater understanding of the problems which need to be solved, and you have access to the latest technology, tools, and ideas humanity has devised for approaching all kinds of challenges. My question for you as we celebrate our sesquicentennial is this: what will you do with these advantages to build a better Canada? In my view, a better Canada would be innovative and in the forefront of the global knowledge economy. A better Canada would engage peoples and countries around the world, not for self-interest, but for our common interest. A better Canada would strengthen its commitment to ensuring that all people feel welcome, safe, and accepted, and able to give back to their communities regardless of their background. In short, a better Canada would be one of the most socially, culturally, economically, and environmentally prosperous of nations. So how do you imagine a better Canada? Any country is to some extent the product of our collective imagination. It's a social contract that takes shape slowly through constant dialogue between people with vastly different points of view. We know that Canadians have made mistakes along the way, but fortunately, we're not finished. You and I are works in progress. So is the University of Alberta. So is Canada. We are not done yet. Change can take longer than we hope, but as the past 50 years have shown, with caring and commitment, we have learned to do better, to listen better, to live together better. 50 years from now, when you reflect on how Canada has changed since this sesquicentennial, I hope that you will be able to look back with the knowledge that you heard the call to action and did your best to respond. Take inspiration from the thousands of U of A alumni who together have played an instrumental role in the social, cultural, and economic prosperity of Alberta and Canada. They have left a tangible legacy in every sector of society, in the laws they have written, the movements they have led, the scientific discoveries that have changed our lives, the art they have created, the businesses they have built, and the students they have taught. And now, it's your turn. It's your turn to step up. It's your turn to unleash your potential to help build a better, more just, and compassionate Canada. The next 50 years are yours, so take advantage of it. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and we look forward with great anticipation to all your future accomplishments. Thank you.
knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
It is a good day to be you.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
Your generation will be called upon to balance what is now moving quickly to a tipping point.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Go out and not simply change the world, go out and save the world. That is what I would seek you to do.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Tricia Catherine Marjorie Smith for the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, our university's highest honor. As we celebrate the 150th anniversary of Confederation, it is an honor to welcome the President of the Canadian Olympic Committee into our academic community. Tricia Smith was born in Vancouver and earned both a Bachelor of Arts in International Relations and a Bachelor of Laws from the University of British Columbia. She competed at the first ever Olympic Games regatta for women in Montreal in 1976, and went on to win Canada's first ever medal in women's rowing, a bronze, at the 1977 World Championships. She captured a silver medal at the Los Angeles 1984 Olympic Games in the coxless pairs event with Betty Craig. Following 7 World Championship medals and a gold medal at the 1986 Commonwealth Games, she made her final Olympic appearance in Seoul in 1988. In between World Championships and her return to law school, Ms. Smith joined Rick Hansen's Man in Motion World Tour as part of the road crew. A generation later, as vice president of the International Rowing Federation, she continues to advocate for the inclusion of athletes with disabilities, as well as increased opportunities for women in leadership roles in all aspects of international sport. During the 2010 Olympic Games in Vancouver, she served as co-mayor, along with Rick Hansen, of the Olympic Athletes Village. Tricia was elected vice president of the Canadian Olympic Committee in 2009 and took on the role of interim president in 2015. In her first 18 months, she led a massive organizational change, implementing new policies on ethics, discrimination, harassment, and whistleblowing. She was re-elected to a 4-year term as president this past spring, continuing to champion an athlete-centered national strategy for sport. Tricia is only one of 3 Canadians on the International Olympic Committee, the IOC, serving on the Legal Affairs, Scientific, and Medical Commissions. A member of the Sport Dispute Resolution Centre of Canada, she has been re-elected 4 times to the board of the International Council of Arbitration for Sport. Combining her unique legal expertise with her international experience, she seeks to ensure equitable opportunities for athletes around the world. Named in 2008 as one of British Columbia's top 10 female athletes of all time, she is a member of the Order of Canada and the Canadian Olympic Hall of Fame. This afternoon, we honor Tricia Smith's inspiring example as an athlete and advocate for the highest ideals of international sport. We celebrate her willingness to challenge the status quo for the benefit of future generations, and we honor her integrity and enduring commitment to equity, accessibility, and inclusion. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present to you Tricia Catherine Marjorie Smith.
Tricia Catherine Marjorie Smith, in recognition of exemplary leadership pursuing the highest ideals of international sport, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Congratulations.
Chancellor Stollery, University of Alberta faculty, graduates, and friends, thank you for this honor, which means so much to me. C'est un grand honneur d'être ici avec vous. I am moved by this recognition. I'm proud to share this platform also with today's graduates as you celebrate your own achievements and promises with your families and your friends. So, what can I tell you today, you of bright, keen minds? I remember hearing the late, wonderful author, Carol Shields, speak at a graduation ceremony, like this one, where she was receiving an honorary degree. And she spoke so well with wonderful stories, which brought her to her key messages, which were, you have time in your life to wear many hats, so relax. Take your time and wear them. Her other message was don't be afraid to change your mind. I thought that was great advice, probably because I've enjoyed wearing a number of hats over the years, sometimes a number at once. And being open to change your mind is so important in life. If you're going to learn and grow, obviously she wasn't talking about being a pushover. Sometimes when you hear another point of view, it only reinforces that which you hold. But it does cause you to reassess and re-examine. So what can I tell you today, besides thank you, which could offer something back to you regarding what has brought me here today and what I have learned? For me, the core of who I am comes from my family. We were a family of 5 kids. I was number 4. My parents were both all-round athletes. My dad played rugby at university and my mom basketball. We were always active, riding bikes, swimming, playing scrub, that's pick up softball with the neighborhood kids, or packing up with 3 other families and camping out on the ski hill. Ski passes in those days were $150 for the season for the whole family. It was unbelievable. I never thought of myself as an athlete, really. It was just what we did as a family. If it was sunny, we were outside. And of course, that is particularly relevant in Vancouver. I still find it very difficult to go to a movie if it's sunny. We weren't wealthy, but somehow with 5 kids, we managed to do a lot. My parents were brought up during the Depression and were masters at never buying something we could make ourselves and never wasting anything. If you wanted a slice of toast, find out who else might want a piece, because the toaster heats up on 2 sides and wastes energy if you're only using the one. If there's a choice of routes to take in a car from A to B, and one route goes up a hill and down the other side versus the other one going around the hill, you go around because you save gas and wear and tear on the car. And put a little water in what seems like an empty shampoo bottle, and it's amazing how many more shampoos you can get out of the bottle. All my friends knew these rules, and we all laughed and rolled our eyes, but we followed them. And you know, I think it was a gift, because what it really taught us was that how you go through life is about setting priorities in terms of where you choose to put your resources and your energy. That served me so well in my career in sport and in life. Don't waste your energy on getting angry or complaining or worrying about something. Spend it on figuring out how to solve the problem. Don't waste your energy on doing something half-heartedly. If you're going to do it right, do it well, commit to it, go all in. If there's any possible way to get there, find it. Might take creativity, it will take determination. My rowing partner used to say, if Tricia can see even the slightest glimmer at the end of the tunnel, she'll go for it. And most importantly, if you have an opportunity to do something, look around and see if there are others that you can bring along with you. That's the second piece of toast. There was never a question in our family about what girls could do and what boys could do. I was astounded to learn later in my life that in 1967, a year we seem to be talking about a lot today, and I was already 10, women weren't allowed to compete in the Boston Marathon. In fact, when Catherine Switzer signed up under a pseudonym and she was found out, the race director tried to push her off the course and out of the race. I didn't know that when I started rowing, we were the first women allowed at the Vancouver Rowing Club. I just assumed the few men at the club who were a little rude to us, and there were just a few, had personal issues. I didn't think it had anything to do with me. This was a gift my parents gave to us as kids. By making sport just part of our lives, we developed the confidence to respect our abilities and believe we could do anything if we put our minds to it. And you know, I loved the Olympics as a kid. We would watch as much as we could on TV, and when we heard the games were coming to Canada, to Montreal in 1976, we were thrilled. I remember my sister and I sitting on the couch filling out the forms to be volunteers at the games. We'd hoped maybe we could carry the country signs into the stadium or work with a team. Neither of us was chosen as volunteers, but we both made the team in Montreal. She won an Olympic medal in swimming at age 14. I was never so proud. I was on the rowing team. Marching into the stadium, in front of a home crowd was something I will never forget. All the athletes assembled first at the Olympic Village, which is right next to the Olympic Stadium. And as we were going to be the last country to walk into the stadium, they wanted to make sure that we looked good. They had hired a retired drill sergeant to try and get us to march in lines and in order, and you'd think Olympic athletes could do this. I remember looking at the woman beside me and thinking, what is your problem? Left, right, left, right. But, we're also specialized for a sport and a bunch of klutzes otherwise. But we got there, and as we wound our way from the Athletes' Village to the stadium, we went through a park, and the entire pathway of the park was lined with Canadians waving flags, cheering us on. And then we approached the stadium, and you could hear the boom, boom of the music inside as the other athletes' teams entered. We reached the stadium wall and entered the dark under the stands. You could see the tunnel ahead to the infield. And as we marched up the tunnel and the tip of the Canadian flag reached the light, a roar went up like I'd never heard before. And it continued for an entire walk around the stadium. It was something I'll never forget. I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't had the opportunity to play sports. Being an athlete takes dedication and hard work, to be sure. And I remember people saying to me, oh, what you must have sacrificed. It was never a sacrifice. It was a privilege. And although I was fortunate to make it to the Olympics, I can honestly say that at any part of the journey, playing scrub in the neighborhood, going to meets with a swim team, training as a club rower, going to local regattas, or just skiing or cycling on weekends with my friends, I would still see the benefit of sport in my life. I've lived and experienced firsthand what sport can do for kids, for self-esteem, for girls, for boys, for communities, for nations. I saw a country change during the Vancouver 2010 Games. We all stood just a little taller, stood more united in the grace and success of our athletes. We celebrated what makes us Canadian. Nelson Mandela said, sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way little else does. One of the athletes who competed for the refugee team at this last Olympics in Rio, a team made up of displaced persons from areas of conflict around the world, said, to be able to play sport made him feel human again. I've seen opportunities for girls open up through sport in some cultures where those opportunities would never otherwise have been available. And for me, the Olympics are magic. A multi-sport event of the best athletes from around the world, from all Olympic sports, who are there to perform 100% at that one place in time. And when you see 6 athletes or 6 teams lined up at a start of the Olympic Games, and you know every single person there has a story, and every single person there is going to lay everything on the line in that place, in that moment. No one's waiting for next week or the playoffs next month. Where do you see that in life? This is the Olympics for me. It's magic. It's like the best music you've ever heard or the best dance, an ultimate expression of being human. Sport can be such a beautiful thing. But beautiful, powerful things can also be targets and attract some who want to win at all costs, who seek the victory without the virtue. That's not the sport I believe in. And that's not the sport Nelson Mandela spoke of. And that's why I volunteer in sport. Sport has a value to us as human beings, as a culture, as a country, as a world. It's why I fight for integrity in sport, fight against doping, and for the values of sport. Values like respect, integrity, fair play, friendship, fun. I was given those opportunities in sport. I want to be sure those same opportunities are afforded for others. The inventor of the modern Olympic Games said that it wasn't winning that was important, but taking part in not conquering, but fighting well. I can tell you as an athlete, when I first heard that quote, I was thinking, no way. We're there on the starting line. We're trying to win. But on reflection, he was right, of course. And what he meant was not just to participate, but to be engaged participants, to be all in. If you're going to put your energy there, go all in, fight well, do it right, with integrity, with respect. So, wherever you choose to spend your energy in your life, spend it wisely, deliberately, and with integrity. And don't forget, use both sides of the toaster. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Smith, for your inspiring address, so beautifully delivered. You are a model of integrity, service, and accomplishment. To commemorate this honorary degree, we would now ask that you sign our university honor roll. Congratulations, you are now a member of the class of 2017 of the University of Alberta. And now, graduates, it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called across the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees, and we will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to meeting you here on stage.
The candidates for degrees will please rise. Please follow along on page 5 of the convocation program. You're going to have a spoken response. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country?
By the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the public good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Heather Zwicker and Professor Barb Billingsley, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and Faculty of Law. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Terry Olowatosin Adido. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Laws, Shivani Kapoor. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Heather Zwicker and Professor Jennifer Tupper, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and Faculty of Education. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Karen Suzanne Andrews. Cynthia Arku. Erin Marie Atkinson. Christine Nicole Ayaboni. Olive Otubia Okraku. Amanda Ivy Radill. Also receiving a graduate certificate in community-based research and evaluation, Natalia Christina Rohatyn Martin. Muna Hussein Salah. David Raymond Saint-Arnaud. Michael Dwayne Stolte. Erin Sula. Elizabeth Vergis. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Doctor of Education, Andrea Linnae Berg. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Education, Rebecca Ann Aiken. Sibin Ann Joseph Amaneth. Lindsay Kate Anderson. Alexandra Aquilina. Neil Kenneth Ashworth. Corinne Amy Aubrey. Chester Alex Auger. Helen Lynn Bailey Noel. Daylin Belanger. Shelley Rose Bell. Michelle Annette Bishop. Shelley Ann Boswell. Adam Garrett William Brown. Randall Burt Chalk. Melanie Claire Chesterman. Stephanie Guoshin Chow. Lisa Christine Semeglia. Sharon Laurie Daviduke. Marlene Lynn de Graaf. Nadine Georginus. Travis Jacob Eggink. Jennifer Ann Fedor. Greg Ferguson. Kyla Louise Fisher. Rachel Mary Florence. Kevin Lee Frise. Laura Suzanne Friesen. Jonah Rose Frolic. Roxanne Maisie Fudge. Jason Robert Holmes. Kimberly Helen Howlett. Janet Lynn Hughes. Kriti Kare. Charisse Nicole Kine. Tanya Lynn Krakowski. Patricia Marie Lim. Alexis Ann Lockwood. Carolyn Emma Ludwig. Christine Jamie Lux. Sarah Rayanne McKinnon. Kevin Joseph Martin. Vincenza Virginia Alba Martinovich. Farouk Masihudin. Michael Thomas Scott McCorquindale. Jennifer Mary McFarlane. Kathy Ann McMillan. Kimberly Kathleen Morton. Sherry Melissa Murrigan. Sheenan Nathu. Victoria Ann Omberg. Anita Marlene Parker. Kayan Cynthia Peñado Ferguson. Carmen Elizabeth Rollick. Penelope Lisa Rose. Adrienne Elise Roussel. Claudia Sass. Anna Marie Severin. Kendra Lee Seater. Holly Georgette Shepherd. Kevin Spahich. Kathy Sylvia Squires. Jonathan Murray Thomas. Peter Donald Samuel Vinji. Wensha Wan. Robin Elaine Woodruff. Shimiao Zhu.
Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Library and Information Studies, Leah Kayla Brochu. Amanda Jean Larson. Cassidy Selena Monroe. Ellen Akemi Norlander. Zachary Hyatt Schoenberger. Sarah Vera Wadislava Snihurovic. Erin Stephanie Wabiska. Alyssa Michelle Woodcox. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Jennifer Tupper, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Education. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Education, Randy Nicole Apollonio. Donovan Allen Auger. Also receiving his Bachelor of Kinesiology, Zachary Charles Berry. Caitlin Marie Broadhead. Carmela Bruni Basio. Christy Rochelle Campbell. Trisha Dawn Campbell, with distinction. Anne Marie Elizabeth Carnegie. Hussam Mohammed Sharkey. Justine Chung, with distinction. Funda Pinar Nure Chipluk. Christopher Carlton Corson. Aaron Lee Cromwell. Remy Marcel Desjardins. Jahane Dahibi. Carlin Alana Duckett. James Eastman with distinction. Tierney Heather Grace Fitzgerald. Courtney Lee Gardner. Also receiving today is Bachelor of Kinesiology, Ryan Edgard Harrison. Tina Signa Helm. Nicholas Gregory Heineck. Isha Imran. Tyrell William Kobsar. Coyne Garrett Labonte Bon. Jessica Nicole Lang. Sophie Lawson with distinction. Also receiving her certificate in international learning, Jahoy Lee. Also receiving her certificate in international learning, Zara Liberty with distinction. Raylin Moria McLaughlin. Naomi Lynn McElraith with distinction. Krista Lorelei McKay. Haley Elizabeth McMaster. Robert Allen McWeeny. Kelsey Brianna Jade Moisen. Carlos Estuardo Molina. Justine Pamela Mowat. Calvin Jonathan McDougall Newton. Nemo Saeed Omar. Sean Philip Owen. Hema Patel. Aaron Egner Raham. Christopher Richard Rowan. Ryan Peter Siemens with distinction. Jeffrey Terrence Smith. Miranda Travers. Samantha Colleen Webb. Also receiving her Bachelor of Kinesiology, Emily Kate Robertson Wegg. Davis Allen Weiber. Shunyu Yao.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Heather Zwicker and Professor René Brault, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Hoda Soleimani Abiane. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Science, Surur Ali Ahmed. Asia S. Ejweda El Sheikh. Horia Jalali Hassani. Asma Ali Sakar. Tyler Lorne Watson. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor René Brault, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. For the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy, Daniel Albert Burton. Megan Emily Hanks. Isabel GSC Queck. David George Lopeschuk. Andriana Joy Marcinko. Ariana Mazuka. Heather Marie Rufflick. Evan Taylor Sane. Xuen Sang. Jennifer Kara Weeb. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy, Nena Hindocha. Dong Hwan Kim. Ibrahim Murad. Tiffany Tang. On behalf of Professor Heather Zwicker and Professor Greta Cummings, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and Faculty of Nursing. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dimi Srimal Al-Wahari Samarianake. Danielle Lynn Gagnon. Mary Karami Decordi. Hiroko Kubota. Tracy Ann Osterbrook. Gideon Laura Poplampu. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Nursing, Tan Ki Chong. Nurin Al-Karim Danji. Jennifer Sarah Herman. Kristen Marie Olhauser. Janelle Ray Osby. Hope Alana Rabel. Vanessa Ritchie. Derek Joseph Rothy. Tracy Ann Wilderman. Stephanie Ann Wilkes. Roxanne Marie Wilson. Ning Wu. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Greta Cummings, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Nursing. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Patrick Ogier Asikale. Jessica Berry-Bessett. Kayla Ann Joy Beck with distinction. Kevin Kachun Chung. Reina Valeriana Darashova with distinction. Hillary Christine Mary Davis with distinction. Candice Lee Daly with distinction. Stephen James Durr. Michelle Carmen Marie Duhamel. Jessica Marie French with distinction. Monica Gotham. Kieran Lee Greening. Emma Catherine Hoffman with distinction. Jennifer Allison Hollub. Caitlin McLean Lee with distinction. Satinder Kaur Lidher with distinction. Catherine Rose Lynch. Anju Merlin Matthew. Sarah Matini Mauka with distinction. Kelsey Victoria McDougall with distinction. Kelly Aislinn O'Neill. Hannah Joy O'Reilly. Alyssa Dawn Pearl with distinction. Gladys Ajoa Poma Adai. Sydney Alexandra Postmus. Kira Puja Prasad with distinction. Janina May Rafferty Marchand. Alexa Janae Roth with distinction. Jacqueline Marie Sanford with distinction. Raylene Dara Sawyer. Ashley Christine Skanga. Michelle Lee Scranton with distinction. Ruwani Sanevaranti with distinction. Nidhi Sharma. Diane Kimberly Shaw with distinction. Logan Edward Smith with distinction. Rabia Fatima Sayed. Natalie Carolyn Shabbat. Yinglan Tsai. Juliana Martina Vukovic with distinction. Erin Walls with distinction. Nicola Helen Weber. Emily Elizabeth Welter with distinction. Eminence for the degree au grade 2, bilingual Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Baccalauréat bilingue en sciences infirmières, Win Nicole Kim Lee. Susanna Rachel Thorpe. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Heather Zwicker and Professor Carrie Mummery, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and Faculty of Physical Education and Recreation. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Vincent Tejasaputra. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Arts, Kathy Jeanette Metzger-Criveau. Shannon Ruth Ann Pinn. Beth Ellen Warner Hudson. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Science, Jennifer Kathleen Bertrand. Ewan Bryce Lavoie. Jordan Laurel Reese. Gabriela Lynn Van Gaza. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Carrie Mummery, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Physical Education and Recreation. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Kinesiology, Stephanie Elizabeth Bazzarelli. Alexandra Francis Broderick. Robin Ann Krunick. Michael John Duffy with distinction. Kathleen Hope Inman. Alyssa Jan Mohammed. Leah Klazina Kut with distinction. Jenny Chingman Lam with distinction. Andrea Ann Marshall. Cara Marie Micolo. Danielle Emily Morissette. Brooke Danielle Podluski with distinction. Casey Jean Poplawski. Gaurav Singh Rawat. Nicole Marie Smith. Anna Marika Sobi. Leslie Patricia Turnus. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, Cody Marcel Robert Burgoyne with distinction. Kevin Anderson Bowe. Catherine Margaret Chambers with distinction. Richard Huyn with distinction. Catherine Clarice Kelly. Sarah Lee with distinction. Simon Neil McPherson. Jarell Gernalda Mendoza. Jessica Ann Middleton. Clifton Foe. Noah Gabriel Seufer with distinction. Krista Nicole Trim. Joanne Lisa Walczak with distinction. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Recreation, Sport, and Tourism, Kelty Jaylene Anderson DeWald with distinction. Douglas James Billingsley. Alexandra Karen Bukotz. Britton Sky Lutz with distinction. Nick Stephen Moronic with distinction. Blaine Margaret O'Toole with distinction. The following degree is awarded posthumously to Sarah Linnea Prince and is accepted on her behalf by her father, Dave Prince. Emily Margaret Vaughn. Receiving a certificate in sustainability, Drew Holland Walker. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Jennifer Tupper, I present the following graduates for the diploma in the Faculty of Education. Subarnaraika Ganguly. Irina Krenitska. Margie Aquino Licardo. Gegenpreet Lucky. Gillian Ann Remillard. Mary Michelle Alvarez-Wee. Saima Zaidi.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance.
Well, graduates, congratulations, you've made it. You're now officially on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2017. And now, I think it's your turn. I'd like you to stand up, turn around, get everyone's attention. Let's give the people who have supported you through all of this, your parents and siblings, your grandparents, your spouses, your children, stand up, give them a great round of applause. Okay, now that I've got you all back with us, it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. Before you are formally welcomed into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for the presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 to honor the University of Alberta's centenary. It captures the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university and hopefully sparks your own memories of your years here. The song is also a display of many U of A talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus Dr. Franz Lavassier-Ouimet and arranged by U of A alumnus Dr. Alan Bevan. The recording is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnan. Please enjoy.
Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you. Merci. My name is Eric Martin, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 2009 and again in 2013. And it is my honor to congratulate you on becoming the University of Alberta alumnus and to officially welcome you into the University of Alberta family. You are joining a proud and inspired group of graduates committed to each other's success and committed to building the University of Alberta into one of the world's great universities for the public good. I call upon you to stay connected with each other, with other alumni, and with your university throughout your lifetime. We will be there for you, for each other, and for our university. I also call upon you to go out from this place and be inspired by the promise and challenge of our alumni, to do great things. Our alumni have done many great things in the past, and now it's your turn. Great things are actions big and small. They can take place anywhere, anytime. They support other alumni, the university, and our society. And they come from using the knowledge and talents you have gained here from the betterment of yourselves and others. Félicitations et bonne chance. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future endeavors. And now please turn your attention to the screen. Thank you.
No matter what your story, where you came from, what it took to get here, at this place, you were welcomed. You became part of our family. At this place, you inherited a spirit of innovation, of action, of coming together to uplift the whole people. Our school and our spirit have grown, but we still learn, innovate, lead, solve problems, take action. We raise up our communities, and we help others succeed. We are University of Alberta alumni, and for more than a century, we have come together and carved a new trail for those who follow. Together, we are stronger. Together, we shine brighter. Together, from this place into the world. Together, we have and we will do great things.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. Dr. Tricia Smith, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. You're an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment. In accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to the University of Alberta. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist, Elise Noyes, and our outstanding convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. And I wish to acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar for their organization of today's convocation. I'm pleased to invite everyone to join us in the main floor and first balcony lobbies for refreshment and fellowship. Finally, to our graduates. Today is an important milestone in a journey of lifelong learning. Your degree will open new horizons for you and for our entire community. Congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. Wherever your dreams may take you, I invite you to remain close to your alma mater, the University of Alberta. One final thought. As you contemplate your future, I encourage you to remember that of all the things that you may do, of all the successes you may achieve, nothing is more important than the kindness you show to others. Enjoy your celebration.
Thank you.